I'm in front of one of my ice cream banana plants, and I'm going to separate a very large pup and bring it down to my bed and plant it. There's a lot of ants in this bed, so I'm going to try to be careful. And let's go ahead and get down and dirty and see what it takes to remove a full-grown large pup. Okay, first I'm going to trim a little bit of the branches away, the leaves away. That way you get a better view. Okay, so most of that was the winter growth. We had that hard freeze and everything browned, and it all came back nicely. So let me go ahead and remove some of the chips so I can see what's down there. Okay, so I'm going to dig away some of the dirt. Okay, now I'm going to take one of my all-time favorite tools over here and clean it out. This tool is good because when you can get in between and around, and when you pull out, it pulls between the roots and it doesn't cut the roots. And I want to get as much root as I could. But I want to get down and see where this is connecting to the parent plant, so I could go ahead and give it a good clean separation. Okay. So now what I want to do, since that pup is leaning against this pup, the parent plant, and another one on that side, is I have a cutter, and this will get in there nicely and give it a good clean cut. Okay, got that side. I did that just in case this pup was coming out of that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so cut there, cut there. I think all these are coming out of the parent. Now I'm going to cut this one right behind, and you should see it separate. Okay, so I'm taking this and putting it flat up against the parent plant. I don't want it to go into the parent plant, straight down. Okay, hard to get out. Okay, got this. Okay. Now I got this long one. It's a deep rooting system, but I'm gonna get it. Okay, I think she's ready to come out. Whew. Okay. So I got this pup right here. It's full of water dripping on me. But here's a pup coming out right there. Can you see that? Let me turn it. There's probably some more in there. Here's a little knot of pup coming out. And here's where I separated it. Ugh. Can you see that right there? Okay, so let me put this on the tractor. Okay, so look at the size of this hole. But this, the parent plant, and these 3 pups are in good shape. I shaved it straight down. I'm happy with that. Now, usually I remove these pups before they get that big, but I didn't want to do it just before the winter hit. So I was waiting this spring. We had that hard freeze. All of these was solid brown like that, but they made a good comeback because I piled the chips up around the corn, if you remember that video down below. So anyways, I'm gonna transplant that. Let me fill this in first and we'll get to it. Okay, so I filled it in with the compost. I put the chips on, and here's the leaves I cut, chop and drop. Nothing goes to waste. So let's get on with the planting. Okay, so I'm over here in front of my bed where I'm gonna plant. This is the ice cream banana plant that I just took out. You can see there's a big pup here, and there's a couple other, I'll clean it up before I put it in, but there's a couple other spots on there that are pups just coming out. So for right now, I want to plant it right here. I got an ice cream banana plant all the way down the end. I'm going to put an ice cream banana plant right here. And then on that side, I got 2 dwarf Cavendishes with a everbearing mulberry in the middle of both of them. And I'll do the same with these. I'm going to put different types of banana plants going down. They're not all going to be ice cream. On this side over here, I got all my blue Java ice cream. So this is ice cream row. So with that said, let me get started. Okay, so I want to plant it straight in the center. Plenty of space away from this, just like the other side. So this looks good right here. Okay, so that looks deep enough. So let's get the banana plant and plant it. Now I don't have to worry about that being under the ground because it's still going to come out. Okay, that looks good. Let's fill it in. And just in case you're wondering, when I was digging, I was measuring so when it set in the first time, it would be at the right height. Okay, so you can see it's really big, it's really fat, it's really tall. Ice cream banana plant. Now when a pup is that tall and skinnier, they're $20. Once they get up to this height, they're right around $65, $68, because you've seen the amount of work it took for me to remove it, plus the age of it. So I'm going to go get some chips and put some chips around here. I think this one I'm going to brace up to that with a string because the wind's pulling it, and I'm going to water it in. So I'll be back at you. Okay, so I went ahead and secured it to that so the wind didn't topple it. I got a big pile of chips. Let me spread it out. Okay, so I got water. It's hot. The hose is stretched out 200 feet to get all the way down there. So as soon as this cools off, it's pretty hot actually. As soon as this cools off, I'll go ahead and start here, though. Once again, I secured it. Real windy day. When you first put water down in there, it softens it up. But then it has a chance to soak in, and then it's extra firm. It ain't going anywhere. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm washing the soil down all the way down deep, and that'll get out any air pockets. Air pockets will create a fungus and kill your plant, any plant, fruit trees, banana trees. So anytime you plant something, do this. Okay. Then water it real good. Put chips around it, create a little puddle, water it real good. All that sand will wash down in there just like salt in an hourglass. And then I'll make it real tough and there'll be no air pockets. This is a real nice banana plant right here. This will probably shoot out those pups in about a month or two, and it'll probably bear fruit this year. Okay, so this is what this one looks like over here. It's in line with the other one down there. And like I stated before, I got a dwarf cavendish here, dwarf cavendish there, and an everbearer mulberry. Now these are going to be spaced out. I'm only putting 2 ice cream banana plants here. I'll put one exactly in the middle, a different brand, and then I'll go ahead and measure, and then in between them all I'm going to put a fruit bearing bush that's low lined, and it'll look good, and when I'm walking down to the garden I'll be able to eat, harvest. Anyway, that's what I got planned. So hey, we'll talk to you later.